YBA is finally back, and in today's video, I'll be going over everything we'll be getting within the next few updates, all the way from new stands to new maps and more. If you end up enjoying today's video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and let's get straight into it. Before we get into all the new stuff confirmed to be releasing, we first have to understand why it took so long for YBA to update. And if you don't believe me, the last update, which added new content that wasn't skins, was all the way back in December of 2024. That's almost a full 2 years. And in that time, all they've added was a few bug fixes, rebalancing, and some skins.
But that's besides the point. We're finally getting new content, and that's what matters. I've created a full document on everything they've confirmed that'll be coming in these next updates, and I'll be going over all of it. Let's start with the weekly updates. During October, we'll be getting consistent weekly patches that include bug fixes, rebalancing, stand rehauls, and other quality of life improvements. Luckily, we already know which 4 stands are getting rehauls. If you're not familiar with what that means, rehauls are basically small design and balance changes made to a stand and its abilities. The stands getting these rehauls are Golden Experience and GER respectively, then Aerosmith, and finally 6 Pistols, which we already got in the Week 2 update. I'm guessing we'll see 3 more weekly updates after that, 1 for each remaining stand. By the time those are done, we'll be around the holiday season. That brings us to the first major update, version 1.8. If everything lines up, it should drop around Christmas, likely alongside the same kind of Christmas event we had last year. Let's go over everything we can expect in version 1.8. First up is Crazy Diamond Requiem. We've been seeing small leaks about this stand for over a year, and now we're finally getting it. We don't know its moves or how it'll play yet, but we do know what it looks like, and it looks pretty cool. Make sure you've got a spare Requiem arrow ready so you can unlock it as soon as it drops. Alongside that, we're also getting Diver Down, a brand new stand from Part 6. Here's what it looks like. It's basically identical to how it appears in the anime. We actually do have some gameplay of the stand, though it's not much, but at least it gives us something. This update will also include a cream rework, which is long overdue for such an old and buggy stand. On top of that, we're getting client optimizations to fix some issues caused by the game's outdated code, and a reworked GUI, which I'm really glad about because the current one definitely needs an upgrade. We'll also be getting console support, which means you'll be able to play YBA on your console as long as you have a mouse and keyboard. On top of that, there's going to be a region and server selector. If you're not sure what that looks like, think of the one in Deep Woken. It should be pretty similar. And of course, the update will include more quality of life improvements, rebalancing, and bug fixes to keep things running smoothly. After version 1.8, we'll be getting the next update, which is currently being called Update A. In this update, one of the Part 3 stands will be getting a new evolution. That means one of the existing Part 3 stands in the game is getting an upgrade. And I'm hoping it's either Hierophant Green or Magician's Red, since both of them don't have anything except their base abilities. We're also getting a new mystery stand from Part 7. I'll be honest, I don't know much about Part 7 myself, so if you have any guesses about which stand it might be, drop them in the comments below. On top of all that, there'll be some optimizations for mobile players, which should help the game run smoother on phones and tablets. After Update A comes Update B, and this one's focused on giving the Steel Ball Run game mode a proper rework. As you may or may not know, the old Steel Ball Run mode was reworked a while ago, but that update was awful and pretty much killed the game mode. Hopefully this time they can bring it back in a way that actually feels fun and worth playing. We'll also be getting 2 new stands from Part 7, so if you're a Part 7 fan, this is a good time for you. Overall, Update B looks pretty promising. I am mostly hoping for SBR to make a comeback, since playing it before the rework was some of the most fun I've had on YBA. And finally we have Update C, which sounds like it's going to be a big one. This update will introduce a completely new map, which honestly feels pretty fair. We've been stuck with the current one for a long time. It's not terrible, but a change of scenery would definitely be nice. The new map will still be set in Italy, so we'll probably see some familiar spots return, like Diavolo's castle. On top of that, we're also getting 2 new Part 4 stands, and there are a few I'd really love to see. First is Echoes. That one feels like an obvious pick, and having all 3 of its acts in the game would be awesome. I'm actually pretty confident it'll be one of the 2 stands added in this update. Another one I'd love to see is Bad Company. It'd be interesting to see how they make it work. I imagine it could function kind of like Aerosmith, but with its own twist. Some other stands that would be really cool are Highway Star and Heaven's Door. I doubt either will make it in because of how tricky their abilities are, but if the devs can figure out a way to make them fit, that'd be amazing. Besides new stands, this update will also bring more late-game progression, which is something the game really needs right now. Once you finish the storyline, there's not much else to do, so hopefully we'll finally get some meaningful endgame content. And lastly, we'll also be getting some more PvE content, which I'll talk about in just a bit. They also mentioned that extra content will be sprinkled throughout these updates. This will include things like new stands and fighting styles, plus community votes, where players can actually vote on new features or content they'd like to see added to the game. We're also getting a trading rework, which will fix all the bugs in the current system and make trading much safer overall. Alongside that, there's a long-awaited gang system rework. The one we have now is super outdated, so it's great to see it finally getting some attention. There will also be 1 versus 1 and 2 versus 2 ranked optimizations. I don't play those modes much myself, so I'm not sure how bad they are right now, but it's still good to see the devs improving them. We'll also be getting new areas, mostly PvE related, which ties into what's coming in Update C. That likely means new bosses, quests, and maybe even another prestige level. They also said they'd be reworking the Heaven dimension. Honestly, I don't think it really needs one, as it already looks pretty good, but we'll see what they do with it. On top of that, 6 new races, similar to Vampirism, will be released. I have no idea how they'll pull off 6 completely new races, but maybe we'll get to see a Pillarman race, or maybe even an alien race. Who knows? They may even include races that aren't even from JoJo's. We'll just have to wait and see. Lastly, they'll be adding new limited-time game modes. I don't know how they would work, but I'm sure they'll be fun. We'll also get some community events, which should help keep the game feeling fresh between updates. And that's everything that's been confirmed for the upcoming updates. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It really helps out. And if you've got any questions or thoughts about what's coming, drop them down in the comments. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one.